Wake up in the morning, go to sleep at night. No matter what seems to come our way, I'll always be able to make things right. Never plan for your own future. Don't get those shit guns before they're hashed. The odds are stacked, totally against you. Victory is achieved by how you react. Never expected this much resistance. An unforeseen glitch of calamity. Heroes in disguise, they fight for your glory. Using dragon's fire in the king of the streets. This is we chaos, it's some called life. It just depends on who you believe. Some are stuck in their own nightmare while I'm still awake in my daydream.
All right, Real Talk Radio. What is up, man? It's another edition of Unmasking, and we coming to you live from the Bermuda Triangle with Ben Wells. Ben Wells, how you doing, bro?
Sup? How's everybody doing?
And
I had to take that mask off.
Why, man?
It was hot.
Wait, did you take the mask off or put the mask on?
Yeah, however you want to look at it. Probably looked a lot better before I took that thing off, you know? That's my morning face.
You look like you were going through it under that mask, man. It must have been hot under that mask.
I'm telling you.
God, I'm so thankful that we stopped the song when we did. You might have passed out over there, bro.
Call 911. Man down.
So we got Ben Wells, one of the most humblest people that you'll ever come in contact with, one of the admins down at Real Talk Radio, and he shares a passion of music.
Radio.
So tell us, Ben, when did you first start making music?
Recording or just making music in general? Because if you want to go to making music in generalized, probably like 4 or 5 earliest memories, you know, knitting needles, Tupperware, pots and pans, and the skillet lids make really good symbols, by the way.
So are you saying that you were the child that was creating a menace in the kitchen? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, it wasn't just the kitchen. The whole house.
Oh, that is what's
my mom loved it whenever I was able to go to school and get out her hair.
I bet, dude. So music was always in your blood. So, all right.
Yeah, she used to sit me on her lap and play the piano and stuff like that. You know.
Did you ever do a talent show?
I did, but not with music.
What'd you do it with?
We were in a magic act.
Well, come on. If you've been doing music since you were 5, maybe you should have did a music act, bro.
Well, you know, at that time, in high school and stuff, I was a band geek, but I also hung out with the jocks and I hung out with all the heads. So, you know, I was in all the cliques, but I was a band geek. So I didn't play guitar or anything. I didn't sing or anything yet. I mean, I did some singing, but it wasn't serious, you know, just stuff with the guys, you know, just fucking around like Van Halen and stuff like that. But like I said, the talent show, the guy needed an assistant that he could chop the head off of. So, you know, I volunteered.
And
I lost my head.
And did your bandmates feel any sense of contrariness considering that you were hanging out with the jocks?
Half the bands with jocks and the heads, so you know, We were the drug dealers for the school.
Oh my God, we got that on record. I mean, I hope you surpassed the statute of limitations, bro.
Yeah, I think so. We were free drug day, and cameras. You know, put it this way: we supplied our upperclassmen, and the lowerclassmen were the ones who supplied us with it. So it was just a chain of events, you know.
And I mean, are we allowed to ask you what kind of drugs we're talking about here?
I was just dealing in grass. My buddies all had like white crosses, mini thins, and artanes, and all kinds of stupid stuff.
Dude, were you around for the fucking bumblebees? Or what were they, like caffeine pills you could get at the gas station and shit?
Oh yeah. I did some of those one time when I worked overnights at 7-Eleven. Man, those tear your stomach up bad.
Man,
but they got
black beauties is what
I
I'm
was gonna
talking
say
about.
they have a prescription called Black Beauties, and woo, it'll zoom you along. I'm gonna go dig a dip. Let's go. I'm gonna do my hand.
My dad always tells me, bro. He always tells me that he used to take Black Beauties, and one day he lifted a fucking car, and I'm like, what are they? Probably. Bro, I'm like, what are these Black Beauties? How can they make you lift a car? And why did they stop giving them to people, man?
Because they were dangerous and very addictive somehow. But they stopped making those few years after they stopped making Quaaludes, you know, just because people were getting too fucked up on the shit.
So what's the first instrument you ever played?
Trumpet. Well, if you include the knitting needles as drums, you know, but yeah. My brothers brought home musical instruments when they started band in grade school. And okay, so I guess my first actual musical instrument would have been the recorder, just about like everybody else, because they brought one home 5 years before I was supposed to have one. But you know, I played on everything my brothers got home, I got into, you know. So that's why.
So you the oldest brother, middle brother, youngest brother?
I am the youngest brother in a family of 4, and I have a younger sister. So I was that middle child because my older brothers are a year apart. There's 5 and 6 years between my brothers and 3 years between my sister. So I became the middle child. So yeah, it was everything and anything I could do to keep attention on me.
Yeah. And when you're the youngest, bro, you gotta fight for respect constantly. Like, yeah. Listen, man, I may be the youngest, but I'm not going to be taking any of that bullshit. All right.
Right. I think that my fondest memories of my brothers when we were all still together in the house, and I was still young at this time. We're probably all they were probably grade school, and I wasn't even in kindergarten yet, I don't think. But we were all in the same bedroom, and we had beds set up on either side of the room, and it was their enjoyment to lay down on their back and pull their knees up to their chest and then set my butt on their feet and shoot me across the room.
You're talking about the Superman.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was all good until I crashed through the wall with my head. My mom goes, what's going on in here?
Thank you for that memory, bro. I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I bit my tongue one time doing that bullshit, right?
Yeah, man.
It was all bleeding.
That's probably where I got addicted to adrenaline, because I mean, there was an adrenaline rush. You're flying through the air.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and wrestling on couch cushions. You know,
we would haul our mattresses and shit outside and do it outside. My dad would get so mad at us. Take those mattresses back in the house right now. You know, we had little teeter-totter things set up so we could do flips and shit. It was awesome.
Dude, sometimes I wish I could go back and be young with this mentality and just like point my finger at my parents like, you're not fucking this up for me. All right? This is the best time of my fucking life. I got the rest of my life to be miserable. Let me be a fucking kid, man.
Yeah. I had a pretty good childhood. There's misery involved, but you know, it's childhood, man.
Yeah, but there's rules, there's regulations, there's bedtime. Why do we even have all of that if the rest of our life is gonna suck, man? Just let your child, you know.
I learned at an early age, bedtime was irrelevant. I'd go lay down in bed, but 3 hours later, I'm still awake, sitting in there trying to think of stuff to do I can do in the dark.
Yeah, and my mom, I can hear you in there.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear me in here because I'm trying to go to sleep when the sun is still out. All right, it's really hard.
5 o'clock, time to go to bed.
Yeah, but let's get back into the music, dude. So,
all right, sorry.
First song you recorded was when?
First song I ever recorded. Oh, let's see. Band. Whew. That's a good question. Seriously, recording was probably around 91, 92 when we were in this. We had a warehouse, and the guitar player got a 4-track and brought it to the warehouse and left it alone with me, and I had all access to all the instruments. So I didn't send this song to you, but the song Chaos and Life at the Bottom of the Garbage Can used to all be combined into one little ditty that I used to play, and that was the first song I ever tried to record. And yeah, it turned out miserable. The reverb and the sound in the warehouse was terrible to try and recording, but I did it, and it sounded like shit. And I learned from my mistakes. So
yeah, one of the first songs I ever did, I just remember, I don't even know if I've shared it with Real Talk Radio, but it's Message to My People. And I thought I was famous, bro. I recorded that song. It was so emotional and heartfelt and relatable. And there was a contest going on. And I was like, there's no way I don't win this contest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and then they don't even consider you to be in the contest. I'm sorry,
Right.
You don't fit our criteria. What?
Bro, I drove all the way to some professional studio that recorded NSYNC. They have all their plaques. Cost me like $200. I go home, I'm like, done. Yeah, bro, I'm like, done. I know that I won. Nothing. But you know
Right.
what? Never gave up. Sorry, you just sparked that memory for me. And when you're making your music, who would you say that you think you model yourself after the most?
Rush has a lot of influence on me. As far as musically and the recording aspects that I use. A lot of other musical, like the first album I ever had, I called my own, and Ron Ward will love this one, was the Monkees. Yeah, my brothers had Kiss and Beatles and stuff, but that was theirs, and I got to listen to it every now and then. But my first album I actually had vinyl was the Monkees. My record player didn't work so great, so I just take an old plastic Solo cup and put a needle in the end of it and listen to it that way in my bedroom, man, whatever it took. But I grew up listening to what they call the Waxworks show. My mom and dad would listen to it every Sunday. We were locked in the house, weren't allowed to go outside. It was Sunday. You stay in the house. You're not going anywhere. So we had to listen to old classic shows, all the old music, Beat Fountain and all that, and the classic Jack Benny shows and stuff like that. So I had a really cultured background coming from my childhood. But man, when I hit junior high and started, like I said, the Monkees, hard rock and roll there. I didn't even discover real rock and roll until I got to high school. I was a senior in high school before I discovered Rush and Led Zeppelin and Triumph and all that stuff. So yeah, I was a sheltered child, man. And I was sheltered, definitely. Like I said, I was a band geek. So jazz, yeah, I'm into jazz, man. What is that rock and roll stuff? I don't understand.
And have you ever had to lean on music to help you get through some hard times? Dude,
look at the past 6 months.
I know, but the viewers don't know, bro.
Right. Yeah. I've definitely used music to get through some hard times. This past 6 months has been hell for me, but music got me through it. And I wouldn't have known how to do that if I didn't already have the music there to help me. But back when I was a teenager in my angst years and turning into a young adult, I used to go tour across the United States with a music group, which I truly believe kept me out of a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Because if I would have been home, I would have been in jail or juvie somewhere probably.
And on the flip side of that, I was an aspiring rapper, so my music got me into all types of fucking trouble. I'm just hanging out with all types of people I shouldn't be hanging out with. Like, yo, you want to hear me kick a flow?
Yo, man, this is how bad I was when I was a teenager. I was the kid that my parents didn't want me to hang out with.
Damn, and you had all day to yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Because the other parents were the same way. Don't be hanging out with that Ben Wells character.
Yeah,
he's nothing but trouble.
I was that same kid, bro. I'd be like, hey, yo, there's a couple houses being built. You want to go throw rocks through the windows and flood it?
Yeah.
Like, why, dude? Just because Because we
Just
got
because,
nothing
you
to
know.
do.
Hey, look, they left a can of spray paint. Let's paint our names on here so they know who did it.
Bro, I remember one time I have a twin sister. I convinced my sister to run away with me. We steal cans of spray paint out of our garage, go into a house they're building, spray paint our name big as hell in red letters and put Clubhouse. You know
At
what I'm
least you went
saying?
somewhere away from your house. I did it to the house next door.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. Hey, how about this one? You know, when the trains, I mean, they don't have them like this anymore, but back in the day when the trains come through town and they were hauling cars or farm equipment, they were open trailers, right? You could see the cars on there. You could see the tractors on there. Well, we used to hang out at the river at the railroad tracks and throw rocks at them. Yeah, we busted a lot of freaking windows there.
Yeah, dude. And you know, I find that one way that to be able to help people is to be completely transparent and tell them about some of your own transgressions and battles to help kind of motivate them and let them know it's going to be okay. And you just went through something that's very relatable to a lot of people. Now, this is the Unmasking Band, so I don't know if you're comfortable talking about what you've been through these past 6 months and what you had to lean on music to help you get through those things. But I do believe if you do have the tenacity to speak on these events, it might help other people.
All I got to say is if you got a girl in your life, treat her right.
Yeah.
No matter what you think, she will get up and walk out on you. Trust me.
So, message to
you
the
think
men
your
out.
relationship is safe? It's not. Talk to your woman. Find out what bothers her.
Amen, man. Message to the men out there, man. Don't take it for granted, bro.
Don't.
Then,
hey, I seen a song lyric.
Yeah, because when they walk away, you're going to notice everything that they gave you. And you're going to miss it so much. And you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. And Ben's been going through it, fellas. Ladies, if you're watching this, you know, and he's leaned heavily on the community, the family of Real Talk Radio and music. And Ben, when you're making music and you're creating music, what is your intention behind the music? What are you hoping to accomplish and who are you hoping to reach?
Damn, that's so many question levels.
Yeah. Just take as much time as you need to digest it.
When I'm creating my music, I really don't have anything in mind. Some of the music, some of it just pops in. So I mean, it's there. It's like I pick up my phone, I get into the Garageband. It's like, all right, I got to figure this shit out in my head, you know. And a couple of songs, I even sing it and then copy what I'm singing and go through the song that way. But when I'm writing the lyrics, once again, I don't have a preset idea of what I'm going to write about. I just wait for something to come to me and I start writing. And as I write, it just starts flowing. And some messages are directly, you know, straightforward to my wife, ex-wife now. And but other ones are just in general for about life, you know, and like Broken Toe Jam, you know. It's basic facts of life. Don't take it for granted, you know.
It's very true.
Time to take a break. I'm tired of working our fingers to the bone. Stuff like that.
Let me ask you then, because this is an important reason that it relates to anybody that has a dream or inspires to do anything, anyone that wakes up every day and works their tail off, and especially when it comes to music. What's your why when it comes to music? Like, why are you making the music?
Why?
Why?
To get it out of my head.
All right.
If I can get it out of my head into your head, better for me.
hey, all right.
It
I
may
like
not be
that.
so great for you because once it gets stuck in your head, you'll understand what I mean. But I mean, you know, you write, you understand when you get that song in your head and it's like, man, I got to get this out of my head or it's going to drive me nuts. I still got songs, you know, and not to sound conceited or anything, and it probably really is. I don't know. But a lot of times I'll be just walking around and I'll have one of my songs in my head. And I'm like, why am I thinking about this? You know, and I'll go through and it's like, oh, that's what I'm thinking about. I need to go and change that.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that's
it's just so consuming of the brain. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, if I don't get it out, because I've only been doing this now for 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years. And before this, I wasn't a pleasant person because I'd always get angry and just really angry. sad sometimes, mostly angry. The sadness came after she left.
Yeah.
But the anger issues were part of the reason she left. And it was something that's genetic from my grandparents because he was a war vet and all that. But I've been told that my dad's dad was a very, very angry person. And I seem to have picked up a lot of that. But I've learned through music and meditation how to control it now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've broken the mold, my bro. I haven't seen you get mad one time in the community, in the family. Well, maybe once.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I had something so pertinent to say, and it just slipped my mind, man.
Sorry, I put that song in your head.
Oh, I know what it is, bro. The word you're looking for as to why you make music. I think I might know. Therapy.
Yeah, that's a good word. It is therapy, that's for sure. Because I can be in just a terrible mood, and a song will come to me, and so I'll sit down for 2 or 3 hours and work through it. And when I'm done, I'm better. And then I go back and listen to music, and I'm thinking, God, man, what was I thinking?
Yeah, but for sure. But for me, man, and I think it's relatable to a lot of men in the world. We've always been told to, internalize, don't show emotion. It's a weakness. So for me, music is the only way that I can get it out, because I've been conditioned for years and years to never express what's really bothering me, So you put it in music, and then it's able to be released. And I think that's what you're telling me.
Yep, pretty much. And then the other reason that I make the music is I just want to share it with everybody. All these people, I can't say all these people. There are some people out there that all they're worried about is how many of these songs can I sell? And will they like them? I don't care. If you don't like my music, that's fine. Everybody's got their taste. But you know what? You listen to it, and that's all I care about. You listen to it, and then you may have went, hey, man, come listen to this bullshit this guy made on his phone, man. And they're like, hey, it's pretty cool. I think it sucks. Well, everybody thinks what they want, but the whole point of the matter, they listen to it.
Yeah, and how could we forget to mention that you make all of your stuff right on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone that I'm talking to you on right now.
This man has a phone studio. So everyone out there that makes a million excuses as to why you can't make music, Ben is making music on his phone, man, and it sounds damn good.
I'm not the only one I discovered.
Yeah. I
discovered this group first. When I was seeking out people to share my music with, I discovered you, and then I discovered Brian and Lawler. And so I was stuck here, and I didn't know other people out there existed making music on their phones and iPads and the Garageband app. I thought I was a loner, and here I am, the lonely orphan wolf boy, and you guys took me in and raised me. And then I found there's other groups out there that have thousands and thousands of people in them. And guess what? They make music on their phones and iPads too.
It's amazing.
But it's not the same. It's not the same. I can tell you that. They make different genres of music with their phones, and it's incredible. But I do the rock scene, so I think I've kind of got my own niche.
I mean, you do the best with what you can while you can, man.
Oh yeah.
And you're a statement of that, Ben. You're a statement.
I'd almost hate to get real instruments now because I don't know if I can still play them.
And have you ever had anybody reach out to you to speak to you about your music or to tell you that it impacted them in any capacity?
Actually, I have. I have just had a lady from the Oklahoma City area. She reached out. She heard one of my songs, and she wanted to write lyrics to it. It's a shadow in the shadows of Mobius. It's kind of a heavy metal sound, and that's what she was looking for. So she's writing lyrics on it pertaining to war in the Ukraine situation right now. She's almost done, and when we get things done, I'm going to send it over to Goran and see if he can work his magic, and we'll be putting it out pretty soon.
Oh, that's going to be awesome, dude. But you got to tell me, how did it feel, man? How does it feel to have some stranger that you don't even know from the other side of the world reaching out to you and saying, hey, I really like this and I want to put some words on it?
Oh, I was not really, I don't know. I wasn't sure if I should do it because I didn't, because I get a lot of spammers. You know about it. They're course,
Oh, my
Brian
goodness.
Smith knows all about it.
The king of spam eliminators.
Right? Gonna
Yeah,
kill those spam. Gonna
Brian,
kill it good.
hey, Brian Smith loves everyone from Nigeria that writes messages about scams. So if you got a few, please send him a message.
Yeah, I get the word I was looking for was reluctant. I was reluctant to reply because, like I said, I wasn't really worried that somebody might try to steal my music because I've already got it put out on SoundCloud. It's copyrighted through that way. At least, I can prove, hey, look, this is mine, but that was the first time I had somebody reach out that wanted to collab with my music. And I was just, I was flattered, and really humbled. I was like, wow. I mean, it's kind of a feeling you can't describe because it's just so overwhelming.
Yeah, it really is. And how do you feel when you're making music?
I feel great. I'm in this zone. It's I don't know. It's a tranquility that you can't describe because of the euphoria that it creates. I think you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Have you seen the Disney movie with Joe Gardner?
I haven't seen a lot of movies here.
Bro. All right. Well, there is. Excuse us. We're talking here.
Yeah, Bailey.
Wow,
Trying to say
Bailey.
Doughboy.
Yeah. But if you have not seen this movie, dude, you have to watch it. I can't think of the name. I was trying to remember it on the last Unmasking, but it's inspirational for any musician. And they show like when an artist enters this zone and they just enter their zone and they're illuminating with passion and the music is just thrashing and everyone is clapping, so
sweet. I have to check that out.
Yeah, I think that's what it feels like, bro. It feels like, have you seen Dragon Ball Z?
It's been a long time since I've seen any episodes, but yeah, I used to watch.
It's like you turn in Super Saiyan, like the music, man, the music. And what would you like to say to the people that could be watching, your future listeners, or anybody that wants to know more about who you are as a person?
Just hit me up. I'll tell you what you need to know.
We're here.
The biggest thing that I ask of everybody is that if you hear my music and you like it, share it with somebody, because music is what makes the world go around. I know it's not really music. It's gravity and traveling through space and all that. All the stuff I don't need to get into about the galactic implications right now.
Oh, we don't. You save that. You save that for a waffling on, man. Yeah. But let me speak. I will speak to the people out there because I've known Ben for a while, and I will just tell you that this is a really good, selfless dude, and he always puts everybody before himself. He makes playlists. He sacrifices his time to try to help people get noticed and help people get their music heard. Because as you just heard, it means so much to an artist just to have somebody listen. And this is a really good guy. So if you're looking to support an independent artist out there, if you happen to like his genre of music, we're going to put his music links at the bottom of the comments. And, just show some love, because if you're going to show love, why not show it to someone that's going to show it to others and pass their blessings forward? And that's kind of a staple of who you are, Ben Wells.
Show me some love, baby.
Hey. He also does a lot of different voices.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah, we got 8 minutes left, bro. So what would you want to say to anybody that could be going through a hard time? You know what? More importantly, bro, you just went through some of the hardest times in your life. How was music able to help you get through that?
The release of energy, distraction, refocus, just different aspects helped me get through it. And basically mentally was the toughest thing I had. It affected me physically somewhat because I didn't want to eat or anything. So I had to learn to force myself to eat. The music would just calm me down and reassure me that there's still a future out there. I wrote some really good song lyrics out of some of this stuff. Yeah, I didn't send this one, but if everybody out there gets a chance, go listen to Broken Toe Jam. It is definitely about, living life for the moment. Don't take anything for granted.
And that's beautiful, dude. And what would you say to anyone that could possibly be going through a heartache or a dark time like you were experiencing, and they're just trying to find their way to a smile?
A couple of people, wise people, I think, told me here shortly ago to keep your head up, keep putting your foot in front of the other. It will get better. Time heals all wounds, and that is no lie. I could have sworn I told you guys many times, that it ain't gonna get better. This sucks. I heard I'm never gonna find nobody. Poor fucking me, you know. But one day it just fucking clicked, and once again in the song lyrics, you know, looking back is wasted time. You're wasting time looking back and trying to hope you can change something that's already gone.
Yeah. And you know what? As a man, that's always hard. But I will say this to everybody out there, right? Even when things don't work out and for some reason hearts get broken, people move on, all is not lost, right? Like there is so many special moments that could be found in those memories, so many things that you learned and helped you grow as a person, that is not lost. Yes, it hurts, yes, it stings, but what is inevitable is that your heart will continue to blossom again. It will find someone to personify and magnify that love. And it hurts and it sucks, right? But men, if you out there and you're listening, stop taking these women for granted, bro. You know, because
Yeah.
a woman's love is unconditional and they'll always be there through the thick and thin. Now, I know this generation of women are transcending away from the old generation, but there's still some good ones out there that really, if they love you and you have a woman's love, you really need to understand how powerful that is and how lucky you are to have that. Because
Yes.
as Ben is telling you, when they walk away, they leave you in shambles. All you have is memories. You're stuck looking back, wishing that you could have done different. But the reality is you need to do different now. Because if you're not loving your woman, somebody else will.
Yes, they will. And it's just gut wrenching to find out that, you know, that somebody else is seeing your woman. Yeah.
It is, but we have to take accountability. Like a lot of the times, I can't speak for everybody, but there's been moments in my life where I've sabotaged relationships because of the fear of a heartbreak.
Yep.
You know, and man, if you're doing that, I understand, but just understand what hurts even more than you getting your heart broken is realizing that you broke the heart of somebody that gave you their all.
Yep. I've done that a couple of times. And to those guys out there that when you do break that girl's heart, remember karma's a bitch and she'll come back and get you.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do, right, in this world is do right by the people that do right by you, woman or man. It's a thing called loyalty, man. Like, what happened to it? What happened?
It's still out there. It's just the days and times that we're in right now is ruled by one of my bosses, Chaos. He dropped by and saw me the other night with his friend Karma. They came over and tore the place up. It was awesome. Just loved it, you know. I woke up the next morning and had fucking all kinds of messes all over the place, and then my car breaks down on the way to work. I was, thanks, guys.
Oh my god!
Stay over, you know.
Oh yeah, those are. I just love when those guys come and visit me, man.
Yeah, it's a lovely time. Woo! Nothing but a party going on here.
So we only got a few minutes left, Ben. We're gonna listen to your song as the outro, but I always like to just, you know, say our goodbyes to everyone. Real Talk Radio. Thank you for watching. I hope you got a new perspective about who Ben Wells is. And if you take anything away from this unmasking, it's simple, man. Music is powerful. Music is great. It can get you through the darkness. Love is powerful. Love is great, but it can hurt in an insurmountable amount of pain if you take it for granted. So love the ones that love you. Be loyal to the ones that are loyal to you. Be humble and always show love. And if somebody needs help, help them.
Don't be scared to reach out. Most famous song lyrics that I could say right now: love the one you're with.
Do you have anything else to say to the people before we listen to your outro song, sir?
Dude, I want to let you know how much I appreciate you and the group that you made that I found. And it is just incredible. Brian Smith, Thomas Lawler, all you guys, man, just incredible group to be with. It's total family, more family than my own family who disowns me.
Chop that up, rewind it back. He said more family than his own family. Y'all don't even understand the significance of that, but I do, bro. And that's the reason of Real Talk Radio. So we love you. We always gonna have your back. We always gonna support you. And if you out there and you feeling like you can't find a family within your own, come on over to Real Talk Radio. You'll never get this on.
Right?
I love you, bro. And let's do this. Let's rock out. Oh, where's the music?
Hey yo,
Hey, yo. My rap.
All right, that's it for now.
I love that part.
Thanks for rocking with you. I love your raps, bro, and have a great day.